So the most common mistake made with publisher is that you don't include the publisher if it's a newspaper or a magazine or an academic journal. So periodicals, no publisher. On the other hand, we do want to include publisher information for websites as often as possible. And I find that this is where students very often make mistakes. And very often to find the publisher, you have to go to the About page in order to uncover that information. So I've got a little narrative here that sort of explains that YouTube and databases are not publishers. On the other hand, ABC Clio, which is a database name, is also the publisher of a great deal, most of its content. So it's kind of like it creates the content and then it turns it into a database. So it has two roles. So that brings up the important piece about publishers. So when the publisher name is the same as a website name, you omit the publisher. Fine. When the author name is the same as the publisher, you skip the author and include the publisher. So it's very important for you to try to track down that information. I find that students very often do not do that, and they lose points on bibliographies for failing to include the publisher information. So here are some examples. It's a New York Times article. We do not include the publisher. We have an academic journal. We are not including the publisher. That second container, JSTOR, is not publisher information. That's a database name. This is Rwanda is in the World History Modern Era database module within ABC Clio. So in this instance, we're going to attribute publisher credit to ABC Clio and name the module within ABC Clio as the container. In this instance, Cable News Network, as you all know, CNN, is an online and television news cable channel or outlet. In this case, we are going to name that as the container and attribute publisher credit to Turner Broadcasting System, which also is the publisher of numerous other cable channels. In this instance, UNICEF is both the container and the publisher, so we are leaving out the publisher information and including UNICEF as just the container.